5 key frustrations and long-term fears that are stopping you from growing your brokerage or your business that you need to understand and solve right now. I've been working with business owners and advisors since 2019, and I see the same questions, problems, challenges coming up all the time. Inside my advisor growth community, where we've got over 75 elite advisors from starting out right the way through to successful business owners, it's still very similar challenges along that journey. Even in my Leads to Lifestyle, which is for any advisor and business owner building a 7-figure brokerage and business, we still get the similar challenges. Of course, in the higher level, there's more team-based issues. There's more finance-based issues as you start to deal with more leads and more sales and more people. But the similarities are unbelievable. So let's break down these 5 core frustrations so hopefully you can understand how to overcome them too. Number 1 is generating leads. Every business at every level goes through the challenges of generating leads. When you start your business, you think about utilizing referrals, recommendations. Maybe you ring everybody in your phone book. But as you start to develop a business, you're always living in fear of where the next pound is coming from because there is a lack of consistency. You know, referrals can be like buses. There's lots coming on time and then there's loads that are late. You get loads of phone calls booked one week and then you get nothing for the next 2 or 3. Whilst that can be fantastic, there's so many different ways that you can generate leads. And if you go and look on the videos on this channel, I talk to you about email marketing. I talk to you about social media. I talk to you about all the different methods and hacks and tactics that you can utilize that are free, that are organic, even videos related to paid advertising and paid marketing, which I don't believe you should do unless you have a very good high converting funnel in place. Generating consistent leads with the speed at which social media algorithms are changing, you know, with the way in which content is being curated. There's so much noise out there, is an art form. And I would urge you to think about the principles in my lead generation guide. Gain clarity on a niche. Who is it you're specifically talking to? Think about what content you need to create that is both problem focused and solution focused. And then also think about what social media channel that you are going to be posting on. Now you've got Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, podcasting, blogs. There are so many different ways that you can create content. Pick one and do it consistently. Number 2, whether you're a startup or whether you are a successful business owner, is time management and administrative tasks. If I can urge you to do one thing off of the back of this, start tracking everything that you're doing on a day-to-day basis in 30-minute increments and start to identify whether that is high value or low value. If you can start to get rid of some of those lower value tasks, maybe it's invoicing, maybe it's chasing people or lenders or insurers, you know, whatever it is that's lower value, getting documents from clients, you will begin to create more time. One of the most important things in managing your time is having a routine and a structure to your day. Now, I know that you may watch this and go, but I can't have a structure in place. Routine equals results. And I would urge you to know your rhythm in terms of what is your highest energy point in the day. For me, it's the morning time. So I do my most highest value activities like this content, like my sales calls, early in the morning. If I've got admin to do or emails to respond to or notifications to deal with, they're done in the afternoon. You know, my energy dips across the course of the day. I have a little peak in the afternoon where I may pick up some sales and things like that, but you need to know exactly how your rhythm and routine runs and have some time management and discipline in place. Now, I know the shit hits the fan, so it's sometimes easy to get pulled from pillar to post, but this is where you have to be consistent. One of the biggest hacks that I can share with you is only work by appointment. Have a call answering service like Emma Mills at My PA in Manchester, who can be a backstop for your phone, who can act as a virtual PA service that will answer your calls and book them into your diary or send you emails with notifications of those that have called you. That time management is a game changer, and the value by far outweighs the cost. Are you interested in taking your business to the next level? If the answer is yes, then I've designed a scorecard, a quiz that you can take. It's only a few questions, takes roughly 2 minutes, and it's going to help you to identify how to grow your business, taking it to the next level in 5 critical areas. And when you've filled it in, when you've got it done, you're going to get emailed a report that's going to give you your weakest areas, your best areas, and your areas that you need to improve first to grow your business to that next level, whatever that means for you. So whether you're doing 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, take the scorecard to understand what it's going to take to get you to that next level. Click the link somewhere in the description or in the show notes to go and do the scorecard right now. Number 3 is linking back a little bit to the lack of lead generation, but it's financial constraints and inconsistent income. If you are struggling with inconsistent income, then you need to go and review the marketing activities that you're doing. You need to be thinking about how you can consistently and predictably get your income to be the same. And you have to do that by knowing the activities. We track daily activities to drive new leads and new business. We track the number of weekly booked calls that we have that are sales opportunities. And then we monitor, of course, on a weekly basis, but over the month, what number of sales are we doing? Because you're speaking to people today, they might not buy for 2, 3, 4 months. So knowing activity, booked calls, and sales gives you a little bit of a predictability. If you're not getting enough booked calls, then you're not going to be making enough income. When you solve that, that begins to improve your financial stability. Data doesn't lie, so know your numbers and it will change the game. Number 4 is client satisfaction and the quality of service. I see a huge fear at every level of business with recruitment, with delegating, with letting go. And it's really important that you have a streamlined customer journey and streamlined process. You systemize that process to make it consistent, no matter who the client is, and you put automation in place to remove all of the repetitive tasks, the emails that you're sending, you're leveraging text messages, making sure that you're working efficiently and effectively, which not only increases the profitability of the business and also improves time management. It means that you can always deliver consistent high value results for your clients in your business. And after the service has been completed, have you got nurture sequences, not only trying to drive them for additional products or services, but maintaining that relationship, making sure that they're coming back to you in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, getting the referrals, getting the recommendations. It's about ensuring that throughout the whole entire process, your client is satisfied, you're delivering quality, and you can only do that if you systemize the whole thing. Number 5 is scaling the business effectively, which if you get all 4 of those right, that's going to help you to grow in an efficient way. But it's knowing the right things to do in the right order in which to do them and making sure that you are ticking off tasks as you go. Too often I see overwhelm in startups and in business owners trying to do everything at once. Businesses typically only grow 5 to 10% every single year in turnover. So why are you trying to double, triple, quadruple? If you simplify the business growth journey and take into account that you want to grow 10% every single year, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It will change your life. It will transform the way in which you think about business. When you slow down, you and your business will begin to speed up and you'll build a better business, you'll generate more income, and you'll live a better lifestyle as a result. I know there are so many fears when it comes to building a business, especially when you're starting out, but even as you're beginning to scale from 6 to 7 figures. The business failing or becoming insolvent or having to return back to an employed job is always something that in the difficult days goes through your mind. It still does for me from time to time, but it's fear that is actually one of my key drivers to keep improving, to keep growing, to keep creating something better. The fear of not being able to provide for my family or maintain the current standard of living keeps me motivated, stops me being complacent. Now, That's partly because in 2015, I did become complacent. I had a successful business doing 750,000 per year. We were doing six-figure profits, but I absolutely hated it. So my motivation now is to keep my eye on the ball, is to keep progressing slowly but surely. It's about progress, not perfection. Marginal gains mentality. Can you be 1% better today than you were yesterday? And that's why it's so important to be part of a community, to have a mentor and a coach. I have mentors and coaches, and I'm also coaching and mentoring hundreds of advisors and business owners. And that makes sure that there's no personal or professional stagnation. If you're feeling stuck, if you're not sure what is the next step for you, if you want to grow a better business and you want to understand what that next step should be, then I'd love to offer you the opportunity to have a free 15-minute growth call with me. I'm going to get to understand your current problems, your current challenges, and see if I can spot some blind spots in your business that we can solve immediately. Now, off of the back of that call, it's not a sales call, but if I feel that I can help you, then we can have a talk about how coaching and mentoring can solve those problems. But I'll let you walk away with a blueprint. Your choice is going to be, do you want help putting it into practice, or do you want to go and carry on doing it alone? Taking me up on a 15-minute growth call could be the best decision that you make today, not just for now, but also for your future. So click the link in the description to book your growth audit call now. Let's work out where you are versus where you want to be, what's stopping you from achieving it, and taking your business to the next level. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. I'll see you next week.